方禁用英雄。还剩10秒，还剩5秒。 请夜眼方禁用英雄，请天辉方禁用英雄。请夜眼方禁用英雄。 还剩10秒，还剩5秒。启用备用时间。
杀光你们！
请天辉方挑选英雄。
Very good evening to everyone. Welcome back to the SMU eSports Dota 2 Championship. My name is Maya, and joining me, I think, for the last game of today is Talking Penguin. Alright, so shout out to our sponsors before we start. OASIS for being the official venue sponsor. This is where we are at right now. For those on the Twitch stream, if you guys are somewhere near PoMo right now, do come down and give us your support. For being our official sponsor, they provide quite a number of prizes. And also Quickstone for being the official tournament platform here. I did want to show you guys the final. We are in the semi-finals right now, so best of 3 for each bracket here. We will be casting the game between Team Easy and 300. While I believe Godarinos versus Z10 will be going on somewhere else in the LAN cafe. The 2 teams on stage right now are Team Easy and 300. So moving on very quickly to the picks and bans. Looks like Easy Game, Easy Life. They're gonna get their favorite hero, the Lycan, banned out here. As you can see, the players. One of them isn't really happy that his Lycan got banned out. And we're gonna see the Storm is gonna get banned out here, Juggernaut as well as Troll, all very viable heroes in this current meta being banned out. And then we also have the Lion and the X. Finally, an X that is not getting banned out. X is going to get picked up here. I haven't actually seen 300 Sparta play, so to be honest, I have no insight on what they can pull. But Easy Game, Easy Life, they did have. It looks like that might be Star of Light playing the off-lane Bristol back once again. Talking Penguin is not talking, so.
Alright. I think. Hi, testing. Yeah, I think the Lion pick against X was a pretty good one due to the hacks. As I've watched many games, usually when there's a tanky hero with a Lion, the hacks, yeah, it proves to be a counter against them. They take away their armor, their skills, abilities to react to damages and things like this. And with a Bristol back being picked up on Easy Game, Easy Life, I don't know what strats are they planning to pull off, considering that their core Lycan has been banned out. Yeah, you see they are actually struggling a little. For 300 Sparta, I think they're probably a small team trying to do big things, like the history of Spartan Warriors. And for Easy Game, Easy Life, they might be just the Persian army. Will the Spartans be able to take down the Persian army? We shall see at in this game, Game 1.
That's a very good analogy here. Jakiro going to pick up the 300. As a support player, I like Jakiro a lot, but it seems like he's kind of fallen out of the meta here in the previous months. So he is a very good pushing power with the liquid fire, and of course if you can get a good blink, if you get blink dagger early, I don't know if people get blink, but I do get blink if I can. And you know, you go around as ice padding people, that does a lot of help for your teammates. It also helps to set up for X's taunts.
I think Jakiro has been out of the meta for now because Jakiro isn't he's just a very tank hero but doesn't do much burst output, and the lockdown is not strong enough because there are times against Park where the Park could just phase shift out of the ice path even though the ice path is there already. Yeah. And yes, correct, it can push and take down tower fast as well as reduce speed and attack speed due to the liquid fire, but Jakiro isn't a very good and strong support because it had you have to have another support hero to complement well with it.
I feel very sad when you say that Jakiro is not a good support. Well, we'll have to see what other supports 300 is going to pick up, but for now they have banned out the Vengeful Spirit as well as the Shaker, so no swap into Echo Stand there I see. But you know, VS, she's appeared in most of the games today, being very good. She has a guaranteed stun, does provide damage as well as armor reduction.
Well, but the Treasure Sparta, they do have an X, so with a good X, he can call like maybe 3 heroes. That's where Jakiro pops the ice path, which can be very fatal. So Jakiro might be a good support if you like me to put it in that way.
So, like I said, you know, we'll have to see, I guess.
Yes, correct.
We'll have to also see if this X can actually get his farm up, because if easy game is live, if this X is going to go into the off lane and cut the lane, you know, easy game is live, they will have to pick up aggressive supports or pick up aggressive supports to actually stop the X. Okay, moving on, easy game is live, going to ban out the Sniper as well as the Viper here. Strangely enough, they banned out the hero that they were using previously. Style of Light did really well, I believe, on the Viper against Timbersaw.
But well, they use the Viper and they know that Viper is a very great counter against Bristol Bear and things like this. So probably they will ban out the Viper, and now if they picked up on Medusa, I can see how their strat is forming. And with the Evoker pick from 300 Sparta, you could see more versatility on the 300 Sparta with the Evoker maybe going on the Wax or the Exort. Yeah, we will see how during the games. The Medusa is a very good hero, as I've said before. Medusa can output damage is high, tanky enough, and even render like BKB useless due to the Stone Gaze. And well, the Stone Gaze is a very good skill against like X, Jakiro, and Invoker who has to like face her in order to deal damage, to do something out of anything.
I'm really happy that Medusa gets picked up because one of my trivia questions will be talking about stuff that she can do. So that was a huge thing, guys. That Rider gets picked up as well. Again, all this is like in my trivia questions, you know. Guys, what you doing? So that Rider is a good pickup. I would say, because you know he has the initiation there to pull a hero forward into Medusa's Stone Gaze, and then after that forces the rest of the team to either back that hero up. You know, it will be good if he can catch the X. But I would say probably we go after the Invoker, it might be easier.
Yes, correct. And well, we still don't know how we're trying to Sparta to counter to that. They still have 2 more heroes to be picked up, and yeah, we shall see.
What do you think would be a hero that Easy Game Easy Life would like to ban right now? Their last hero ban.
I think they'll probably ban down some of the carries. Probably, I don't know, like a Faceless Void? Maybe? Faceless Void is a good hero, like where 300 Sparta could pick it up, could chrono like some of the cores inside. But we'll see.
What do you think? Okay, personally, I feel that Mirana is not if she's going to be played as a carry hero, she's not very good because she doesn't have that high damage output that, for example, a Void can output. So probably her role in this is probably going to be a support.
Yes, correct. But I think Travis Sparta has considered the fact where their carry will be up against a Bristol bag, and against a Bristol bag you wouldn't like using a melee hero against him. So probably a Mirana will be good with the arrow as well when the Bristol bag comes charging towards her, and the arrow could be like maybe a 3 or 4 seconds, which would bring time for Jakiro and Invoker Sunstrike to take the Bristol bag down. I do not know about it, but we shall see how it goes, how the Invoker plays, and how Travis Sparta reacts to that tanky Bristol bag along with that Cool Spray.
It seems like we might see a aggressive tri-lane again. I can think of 300 Sparta being really aggressive with the X, Jakiro as well as Mirana. Or if they pick up a very aggressive carry, they can definitely go very aggressive, and then force the heroes on. Especially if they go aggressive on Bristol Bag early game, then he's not as tanky mid to late game, and he can't really tank for Medusa.
Well, I think Dota is all about the trade-off, whether every trade-off is worth it. But if you put an X in a tri-lane against a Bristol bag or things like this, right, you might see the X losing out on the farm or on the levels. And for X, it's very important to get his farm and level. If not, X couldn't tank much. Besides, there's like the Lion, the Hex, and the ulti. Oh, that's crazy. I think X could just melt,
I kind of feel X probably has to get his Blink Dagger faster. Like if he blinks forward and doesn't catch Bat Rider in the taunt, Bat Rider can easily pull him away and also pulling his teammates away to safety. Looks like easy game, he's going to pick up a silencer here. We'll talk about that later. Just a quick look at the bans. Bane going to get banned out here. Interestingly enough, you can of course sneak or use you can sneak the Medusa. There's one good way to stop her from using Stone Gaze. It's out the fight for like 5 seconds at the very least. You can also use the Feeble on her so that she doesn't have as much damage, even with that split arrows. The Phoenix ban though, I think Phoenix was not a good ban here.
Well, actually, I think Phoenix is quite a good ban because if you can see Bat Rider, I can imagine the fighting scenario where easy game, easy life. They have the Bat Rider to put one in, and for Travis Sparta where they go in and help like back up the teammate. The Stone Gaze will be put out, and if Phoenix can cast its ulti as well, it will be good for easy game, easy life. But now with the silencer, they can silence the entire hero. Yeah, I think silencer is a better pick than than what 300 Sparta banned the Phoenix. Well, and looks like I was right where they picked up the Faceless Void, and we shall see more because Faceless Void ulti and Mirana arrow plus the Jakiro's ulti, it could be quite fatal. But we have to see what Invoker is playing, probably the Wax or the Exort that might change the game around. I think the lineup and the picks are quite even, depending on whether they have their lane superiority and getting their core items fast.
That's right, so we'll have to see how both teams will play. I believe we are in store for a action-packed game because there's so many aggressive heroes around. Just we start the game, let's go into the just introduce the heroes itself. Xerxes on the Z on the Invoker, B and Actuary. Wow, such a name, much wow. On the Jakiro, Madman on the Mirana, DKMJ on the Faceless Void. And over on TDEC, we have Shadowlock Snow on the Bat Rider, A on Sansa, Frosty Hearts on the Lion, Starflag on the Bristol Bag, and Ace on the Medusa.
Alright, actually I've never seen Starflag playing Bristol Bag before. This might just be the debut hero that she's gonna play, but we shall see how it goes.
The big stomach, they just called out Xerxes. He's gonna have to try to run for his life right now. No, nothing's going on just yet.
As we can see, the Dire is looking to secure the Radiant's jungle, maybe to prevent X from farming up. Well, X needs his farm, so I thought that was a pretty good secure, while like 300 they didn't do anything to secure the jungle for X, which could be quite painful for them.
It's quite interesting though, because usually an X in the Radiant side would go to the top lane to try to cut the lane after. Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen in this game, where you have Xerxes gonna try to farm up his big deck as quickly as he can, being supported by the supports.
Alright, and at the bottom lane we could see Star of Light, Frosty Hearts and A, Silencer, Lion and the Bristleback at the bottom lane fighting against an X and the Jakiro.
Jakiro so gets stuck in actuary, has to back off just a bit. Doesn't quite have he did skill the Rico Fire first. It's good to push the supports back, but the supports are quite tanky, I would say, if they're not careful, and they can turn the fight around with the stun and the silence from Silencer. On top lane we have 2 versus 1 up here. Shadow of Snow is gonna be very careful. Miranda does have able to land an arrow. Shadow of Snow gets slowed by DKMJ's time walk.
At the middle lane, can see it's Invoker against Medusa. From this 1 minute and 30 seconds worth of creep queue, you could see that Medusa is getting the upper hand but is losing in terms of health. He has been trading a little. I don't know whether it's being proved useful or not. And you can see the Lion rotating down just to do a stun, which minus his armor, and he didn't do anything much.
That's right, and Star of Light going to be left alone right now, I believe. Does have the Battle Hunger on her. She doesn't have a lot of health right now, and if Xerxes just moves forward like that, it's going to be very dangerous for her to be by herself. On top lane, pings are coming out. We might see some action. Mid lane, Content does that. He's getting the first bat on Ace. Believe he did use his Tornado as well as Cold Snap. And on top lane, because he knows some action, no, not yet. Shadow of Snow being able to farm in peace with Frosty Hearts just trying to back him up. But lane Xerxes, no mana at all, will be able to get out in time. They look like they were going to die right there. DKMJ going to unable to decide if he wants to go on Shadow of Snow. But he has to be very careful. He does try to do some damage. Sticky napalm doing
that arrow!
Hit arrow. That's gonna get a last kill there. The last hit there. Frosty Hearts was a bit out of position. I believe he was pulling the creeps. Would be nice if he actually stayed around this area to help his teammates. And on bot lane, he's something very manly here. Like the character of old. Well, the Ice Path lands on A, but that's not the hero you really want to go on, because Star of Light is dropping really low, dropping the Battle Hunter will do a lot of damage, and Xerxes last hit there we go, that's a kill on Bristleback. And now A needs to get out in time. Trying to get out, gets the nice Ice Path there blocking him away, but the creep is gonna spot him out. And he is just trying his best to choke around, dancing and tangoing with the creep. Can get off one last Ice Path, it's a bit too far. Or the liquid fire that A is going to go down.
Oh, that's a good kill!
That's a very nice Ice Path. And meanwhile, in mid lane, Z gets just doing his best to farm, trying to stop Medusa in the mid lane. Is Medusa a good mid lane hero against Invoker?
It actually depends a lot on individual skills. If Medusa is able to harass, because Invoker after the nerf of like getting low right click damage, Medusa actually could do better at right click and could even steal the mana from Invoker, such as a Mystic Snake. But apparently Invoker has been winning the Medusa at middle, so probably the Invoker is more skillful than the Medusa. But for Invoker, I would like to comment on his skill build. He went for the Hex. I think it's a good decision made, because like for Lion, for Bristleback, they are all mana required in order to deal damage, and the Alacrity and I mean the EMP will like suck their damage and things like that. And Medusa heroes like that with mana based pools such as a mana shield, I think yeah he was right to go for the Wax build.
Yeah, Ace is gonna face a lot of trouble with keeping the mana shield up because as we saw just now, the Invoker with just one EMP reduced Ace's mana to 0 basically. Bot lane is, Shadow is no cheeky bot now, trying to defend this bot. I'm not sure where the supports are, but it looks like he's gonna pop the Firefly and try to defend this tower, but he's dropping very low. X doesn't have 5 stacks of mana, of skinning power on him. But, Zeus is being the man of old. Going to try to push as hard as
I think 300 was quite creative. They sort of knew that their jungle will be blocked out and they threw X to the safe lane, which is good because Dire had spent like lots of money trying to ward out on their jungle and prevent all the camps from spawning from the X. But well, they did something with it and they threw X on the safe lane, and X is farming well now, even with a kill but also a death just now.
Yep, in mid lane, we're going to see EMP go off as well as Tornado on Ace, unable to get away because he got thrown up in the air. He's going to go have very little mana left, and then Shadow is going to get caught out there. Pops the Firefly trying to get away, and as well as the Flame Break is unable to do so. For the time being,
well, there's a beautiful lava there played by Jakiro.
Oh, and we see another arrow. The madman unable to find the arrow and just misses him. The lion, I believe, able to TP away. Right now, Lion's level 3, whereas you have Invoker with level 8. So this disparity, the difference between the heroes, quite huge. I kind of wish Lion gets his level 6 faster, so that you can just go around and zap people to death. Of course, heroes on 300, they are not as squishy as you would like to be. That you can just stun hex and then maybe right click and then do the finger of death. But Mirana might be squishy enough, and I'm not too sure if you can disjoint the finger of death by a leaf.
And let's take a look at their net worth. I think Invoker is leading in the scoreboard, and well, the goal graph shows that the Radiant side has an advantage of 4,000, which they won in every lane. So probably that's the result of it. The Faceless Void, he's actually farming quite well. He has his Power Threads and a Morbid Mask, and he's going to be level 6, which will then he has like his Chronosphere, and they could look to pick off another one with the Jakiro's ulti. So Dire has they better watch out for themselves. And the Medusa, after 8 minutes in the lane, he has only a Phase Boots. I think that's not a very good farm that he has, and considering he died solo to Invoker just now.
Oh, it looks like the pinks are coming out. Bot lane is actually still pushing by Zerg, since I would have expected him to actually join the team fight much earlier. But it looks like he's gonna just keep pushing here. Start like just the solo defender right now.
夜眼下塔正受到攻击。
And both teams just playing a bit more passively. Madman's gonna just stun out Shadow Snow here. It's a surprise stun there. The Starfall coming in as well, not able to do a lot of damage, but Shadow Snow wants to turn it around. The Ice Cup actually doesn't land on anyone. Ace is here, doesn't have enough mana for the Stone Gaze, will be forced to get out of there. So both teams it's good that 300 is looking to go into Team Easy's jungle to look for these stacks, because these stacks will be very important to Shadow of Snow in getting his pick.
Yes, correct. But Shadow of Snow hasn't been doing very well at top against the bottom and the Faceless Void just now, and Lion had to roam to rotate to help him. But when the Lion roams and rotate, they loses out on the bottom lane with the Silencer and the Bristleback. So I think, yeah, well, I say individual performance does a lot in the game.
What I think is not going right now for Team Easy is that the arrow landing on Ace, mana is going to get stepped out as well. Unable to do much, doesn't have any mana. Frosty Hearts will just let that Mirana go away, but that's pretty much a small skirmish in bot lane. We do see the blink away from Xerxes there. No Lesu, yes, Lesu just on the back rider there, but no blink just yet. This game seems pretty stacked towards 300 right now.
Yes, correct. I think they have a strategy before the game started and they knew what was Team's Easy core and they banned out that core, and now I think Team Easy have to face the consequences of not having a backup plan.
The big forward comes in from the and Ace is gonna go down. Chop that sees the X and he's gonna run right now to top lane. I think this is what we, the strategy for 300 right now is kind of focused around the X. And no one actually cared about him. And the coach misses the chronosphere on top. Like, Xerxes waiting patiently, blinks forward right now after the silence, and DKMJ able to TP away. Now has to run away. 2 men stand by Frosty Hearts. Rolls up, chop, and one more chop, there we go. No mana for him. He will be able to just right in the shadows.
Oh!
Guys. The true things are real. The TV comes and there it goes, an easy TP away.
I think Team Easy is being outplayed by 300. Yeah, there's like a few kills that they can secure and things like this. But
Mirana actually gets killed off as well. The snake from sorry.
I think that's a very lucky kill on Medusa, but it's a very useful kill as well, as Medusa needs the extra gold, additional gold and farm. Actually, if Medusa is not farmed up, right, I think Medusa is quite a useless hero.
I think any carry can be the same as well. But for Medusa's case, it is good, like, if you don't get any items, her starting health is very low. Even though she's level 8 right now, she has barely 700 health. So she does need items to really buff her up. What items do you think the Medusa should go next?
I think Medusa is probably looking for some tanky items. I think the Lincoln Spear doesn't help much this game because there's not much of a point target spells that, well, Medusa, like, they can cast. So probably Medusa will look for Manta style along with an EOS.
And she's gonna probably survive the tornado and the EMP there as well as the blink forward. Xerxes is also going to move away now. The TPs are real well. Both teams able to communicate quickly, come in and then TP back in to try to force the fights away. Medusa doesn't have to actually engage in the fight until she's actually farmed out enough. That's why I've seen most good Medusas do.
Yes, correct. And I would like to comment on that catch on Medusa. Actually, Invoker had the skills placed wrongly because you could see that only the cold snap and the EMP was used, but not the tornado. And the invoke was on cooldown. Probably skills should be like the Invoker should make skills like such as EMP and Cold Snap was ready, and probably Invoke was ready before they jumped on the Medusa. And that lack of tornado, like, they couldn't secure the kill from Medusa.
Well, that's a little slip up there by 300, but we'll see if they will actually heed your advice and get that invoke ready. But meanwhile, across the entire map, DKMJ trying to get his farm as quickly as he can. Does have the Master of Madness on him. Just a quick look at the various items that the teams have. Oh, there we go, the tornado. The EMP comes in. Xerxes actually gets silenced and unable to call the Medusa Storm Gaze gets used as well. Mirana actually popping her out of that. And that's gonna be... Medusa also very luckily had a double damage rune slot in her bottle, so that helped her quite a bit to turn that fight away.
Yes, I think that's a very good counter from Team Easy, but it took 3 other person to come down just to save the Medusa. But well, it was a good one.
It might be space created because while they were fighting, the void is still farming as hard as he can. On top of it, because the Shadow of Snow actually unable to grab the lasso, finally gets the lasso off, but there's no backup. No TVs to actually help him as well. Man's gonna just run very easily away unless Shadow of Snow has a blink for the turn.
Oh!
Bear Rider also, Xerxes actually used his taunt as well, and Shadow of Snow's probably gonna try to get away. No jump, that doesn't work here, and still X gets the kill.
Well, I thought that was very well played from Bad Rider. He countered the Blink Dagger cooldown and things like that, and he managed to blink in time just when Mirana was about to arrow, dodging the arrow and securing that kill. And yet another kill picked up by Invoker against Medusa. Medusa, I think she should watch for the health and the mana, because without the mana shield don't do much and it cannot tank much damage, and that's where Invoker picks up those easy kills from it.
That's right, and top lane, Xerxes is going to blink forward again. Frosty Heart's going to get caught over in the ice path as well. When the sun comes out, but 3 hits not this time, guys. Not enough to save his life, unfortunately.
Well, Global Silence has a very long cooldown, so probably like it was used in the middle lane. There's another window before Global Silence is used again. That's where we can see how 300 plays to it.
Chronosphere here, but isn't able to do enough damage, and decides to actually try to TP out, but the TP gets cancelled, and Shadow is no able to get a kill there. But on top lane, Dracula is going to destroy the tower. The Silence comes out, A is dropping very low. I think that is pretty much it for him. He's going to drop the X, and Madman's going to pop this out. He's not unable to do much being called. Xerxes with a double kill on a killing spree. What do you think went wrong in the laning phase for top lane?
Actually, I think it was pretty. The Bad Rider didn't do much of an impact towards Void and Mirana. Actually, Mirana at the early game, Mirana has a very low right click damage. Bad Rider could play with that, could get a stock shield, I don't know, and slowly stack up on the sticky napalm before he does anything. And while he's stacking up, Bad Rider can actually get the creep kill. He should look to play a little bit safer, and it'll be his advantage. Then Lion wouldn't roam to top and wouldn't abandon the bottom lane. And after he roamed to top, bottom lane lost against the X, and X is very tanky now and has his items up, so I think yeah, it's quite a bad play for Easy.
X is going to look for more kills right now, I believe. His teammates are surprisingly... this hero is surprisingly rich. He's saving up for... maybe he heard me and said, I'll save up for him. But yeah, like you mentioned, Xerxes is doing pretty well as an X, and well, I kind of feel the amount of towers that Easy has lost is also they are gonna lose the map control if they have already not lost all the map control. They still have their tier 2 towers standing. They do need to get the wards up there to figure out what's going on and to actually get some kills.
Actually, if Team Easy could actually survive the early to mid game while the Medusa gets fed, all the other tier 1 towers from 300, it will be money back for them, which will allow them to roll over to later games where they could do well with that money that they have.
Using the Firefly and then just dragging that. That's a 4-man commitment with Smoke to get a Mirana, and the Mirana is not a core hero from this lineup. I kind of felt they might have wanted to go in the jungle to try to find the faceless void there, but that's nothing else that they can really do. On bot lane, however, DK is going to find the ace here. The slow gaze is going to get used as well. The Chronosphere gets used along with the Tornado. Not a very good stacking there, but ace is unable to no mana at all, so he's going to just get taken out very easily. This game is pretty much stacked in favor of 300 right now.
Actually, I thought that was a good tornado because Medusa popped the stone gaze, and with the stone gaze pop, they would actually be like turned to stone. Yeah, and actually Medusa could get out from it, but the tornado was used such that you negate the effect of the stone gaze. Just like haze, when haze is used, tornado could actually negate the haze effect. So actually, I think that wasn't just it wasn't a bad play, but instead I think it's a better play.
That's right. So X is on the is top of the scoreboard, fighting for the first place with face the score in terms of net worth. That's not very good because you don't want to cause to have the highest net worth on any one team if you're the opposing team. Everyone's drawing stuff on the map, and we'll just see whether Easy can actually turn this game around, because I think once Medusa gets enough farm, she will be able to basically turn the game around. This Invoker has gone, I kind of feel he's gone for more of a utility item build. What do you think? The Invoker's build? The item build?
Actually, I think Invoker could. I think when he's doing well in his lane, you could look to get a quick Orchid. I think Orchid would be useful against the Silencer or even the Lion. Yeah.
It's a very close shift there between Shadow of Snow as well as Xerxes. We do see the courier going to the secret shop. An item of no consequence for the time being. Both teams just taking it easy, I think. Excuse the pun. They do have to play a bit harder right now though. Their supports are not rich, they don't have enough wards up on the map to figure things out.
Yes, and I think the Radiant, due to the early game advantages, they are getting the map control, which they are farming all 3 lanes if you could look at it. Yeah, so I think this might spell trouble for Easy if they don't do anything about it.
I think the question is, what can Easy do? Because after Silence's global silence wears off, they don't have the damage that 300 can output at the moment. So, Frosty House is going to reveal the smoke. There's Shadow of Snow blinks forward, but the nice tornado as well as here. You're going to chase everyone away. Supports are a bit out of position. Shadow of Snow is very, very low, tries to get away, but will get right clicked down. The TVs are coming in 300. Going to turn around and go in on this. See the TVs. There's the call. Xerxes actually gets a very nice call on Star Wars, but they are going to go for Frosty House, which is a very easy kill there. Bash is real style, but able to get away because of the coastline as well. And walks into the ice tower, basically gets caught there by Xerxes. And that's 3 heroes down. It looks like Strider is going to go down the mid lane, trying to get a tier 2 tower, and probably try to end this game as quickly as they can, because Team Easy, you don't want to let Ace get into the fight. Also with this item right now.
I thought the Invoker could play better, like just now where they were hunting down for the booster bag. I thought when X called the booster bag, Invoker could invoke into his ice wall and place them there, so it will like actually slow the booster bag down by a lot instead of chasing it and like switching it to tornado and waiting for the tornado to get its cooldown. But well, it was a good kill and a good rotation from Jakiro and its ice path.
This is interesting. I don't usually see an Invoker pick up. But before we talk about that, Madman unable to actually eat away the flame break or actually kill him off. And top lane also, Ace is gonna pop the Stone Gaze, and that Skadi is actually gonna slow DK and Jada. He jukes into the trees. Stay in the trees, guys. And the backtracks are real. Manages to get away. The X doesn't have that much here. Is able to bring away, will regen health as much quickly. Will be able to regen health from his Draco boots. But like I was talking about, usually I don't see Invokers pick up the Maelstrom, so this Invoker is one more utility build?
Yeah, I think because for 300 they only have a Faceless Void to do the damage now, but as you can see, Faceless Void and X against the Medusa just now, well, Medusa survived and even counter with the Stone Gaze and the EOS. But and Evoker, I think is looking to go for a range carry, you know, just to bring them down. That's a very good play by Faceless Void, and X just jukes Star of Light, and Star of Light backs off.
Sorry, Faceless Void getting 2 kills there, one on the Silencer, one on the Lion there. Like I mentioned, the kill time for Team Easy was when the Global Silence was up, but the supports were all over the place. They kind of went in position as well. It's gonna be 3 kills for 300 as well as a tier 2 tower. They're gonna try to defend. I'm not too sure if they're gonna defend bot tower here. That's easy farm, and you know they can always push to the tier 2 on bot lane.
I think this game from the start, it has been in favor of the 300 duel. I think it's how 300 lane their heroes, which is like, yeah, it's much better than Team Easy, and they managed to win every.
So excuse me on the Xerxes here. It's gonna go down. That's a dominating streak for 4-5-5 goal. Easy kill there. Should have known actually that they that the back rider was coming. But you know, kind of like space bot because DK and J is pushing down bot lane, and he does have Maelstrom on him, so he'll be able to push the lanes very quickly. And do you think it's feasible for him to upgrade the Maelstrom into a Malmia?
In any kind of scenario, I think Maelstrom will be good enough. Yeah, he should probably look to get some other items first, like I don't know, like a butterfly encounter against the Medusa. Yeah, but I think Maelstrom is always by itself it's good enough already, and when you upgrade it to Mojonia, it's actually a waste of money. The worth is not there.
So we'll have to see what other items he goes next. There's a lot of space on the map right now to actually push, but both teams don't seem to be taking advantage of it. Both teams are just sitting around right now. No one wants to push their advantage. Riders 300 doesn't want to push their advantage at the moment, and I think Easy, they're just waiting for the supports to get farmed as possible.
But as you can see, all 3 lanes are being dominated by 300, and Team Easy can't really farm up much and as fast as them. So if this drags on even further, I'm afraid that it could spell trouble for them.
Always believe in the comeback. We saw a game of comebacks just now. So we'll have to see, because I kind of feel X tapers off after a while. He does have his Aghanim set on him, but you know he still tapers off because he doesn't have that right click damage. But of course you have the Void to balance that out, and you know Mirana of course does have her Moonlight Shadow for getaways or sneaky beaky like ambushes.
I'm very curious how come Evoker went for the Maelstrom. Probably just throwing the game. But well, it seems to be doing him fine, so yeah.
I was kind of curious, you know, usually Invokers don't go Maelstrom unless he just wants to clear creeps very quickly.
Yeah, now with the Maelstrom picked up, probably I hope he shall go for some Divine Rapier. I look forward to a Divine Rapier in this competition because there isn't any, I haven't seen any yet.
No risk, no reward.
Probably Easy Ace should get a Divine Rapier. And with the speed shot, wow, I think that's quite imba. Provided that he can farm up.
I think Medusa might get that towards the end of the game, but she does need to farm up on her health. Standing at about 1,700 health doesn't do her much good. A quick look at the XP graph shows that Treasure still has the firm advantage here, and the net worth, and I believe the gold graph will say the same story as well. However, mid lane, we're gonna see if Z is gonna get caught out here. Moonlight Shadow gets popped.
I think that was very unfortunate for the Bat Rider because just as Z was using his tornado, he got caught up in it and can't catch the invoker. So I thought the invoker was pretty lucky in that, or maybe just too skillful.
The Maelstrom item pickup was well. Just randomly attributing actions to items right now. Once again, if you're on the Twitch stream and you are in the area of PoMo right now, we are over here at OASIS Cafe. Do pop down, we are in the basement, so do come by and say hi. We do have trivia questions as well, and each trivia question will, if you answer correctly, will earn you $10. But tier 2 gets taken down. Team Easy unable to defend that or not willing to defend that, simply because this area is quite narrow. If the chronosphere occurs here, then it's not going to be very good.
Well, Team Easy actually finds themselves some X, but apparently X got away, and that's a failed gank on that end. It took them like maybe three men, so probably that's why they didn't defend the bottom as well. I thought that was quite a good play by X, that blink.
Right now, I think the supports need to do. I keep going on and on about the supports because I'm a support player myself. But what we all is in hold on. It's not like actually gets very easily taken out here. Gets caught very quickly. Vampire gonna go down as well. And it's gonna be a siege on the mid tower. This will probably be a rise. The glyph gets used, but there's no one to come to the defense of the.
Well, maybe they could spend 750 gold and allow flick cannon on the tower.
Arrow barely misses Ace, then the pings all come out. Shadow is not looking to try to get someone, but Alan Pretty gets used on KMJ. His attack speed is going to be very, very high. But really, without the Bristol Bag, you can't really do much because you do need a tank to go in a bit for the blink forward there. No, Ace actually just bring it back into the safety of his base.
天辉上塔正受到攻击。
Oh, and there's a card on the X. That's a good picked up by Bat Rider, but it looks like it took quite a bit of effort before they can bring down the X, and the Mirana arrow was actually blocked by the Ancient Rumble Height. Well, but Ancient Rumble Height didn't die.
The Ancients were helpful with his spans, I would say. Right now, X going down is something not surprising, considering that he actually stayed there for very long. When the rest of his team actually backed off already. Even the Mirana Moonlight Shadow was popped for that, so you're gonna see the.
Well, you could see the Sunstrike catching them out on the Roshan. I don't know whether Radiant is gonna contest for it, but.
Also very unfortunate walk into the arrow there. The invisibility rune that picked up by Bat Rider in plain sight, and I believe.
Oh, that's a stun miss.
Oh, the Suns comes out as well, but there's nothing that the 300 can really do.
But we shall look at the top lane as fights are occurring in the bottom at the Roshan P area. The Faceless Void is looking to split push and get the third tier tower off the easy.
In the ice path, the Magpie is going to go down. The Crystal actually picks up the Aegis here. Looks like even Faceless Void was not caught. And they're still going to fight. They're still going to push the Dire team back. So even though they got the Roshan, the Team Easy can't take it easy just yet. The puns are real.
I think that Roshan and Aegis was very crucial for Team Easy because they have actually bare Rex exposing to to 300, and with the Aegis they could probably just defend it. But well, we still have to see. But that silence was proc during that Roshan engages, so we'll see what 300 has to do about it.
I kind of felt that if the Faceless Void was in the rush pit with his team just now during the fight, they might have been able to actually turn that entire or rather take the advantage of having Roshan, stopping Team Easy from getting out, and having his Chronosphere just blocking their way.
Well, and you can see X is pretty much frustrated because he just like Cowling Blade the creeps,
I mean, it's fine, he does have Aghanim Scepter, so he can do what he wants, whenever you have Aghanim Scepter, you can really do what you want.
And we shall look at Invoker. He has actually picked up a Hex, and Hex is, pretty deadly for the Bristleback because it renders Bristleback to uselessness for that 3.5 seconds. Taking away the armor,
Spray, right?
Yes, correct.
Sorry, and they can barrel down the arrow gets thrown out here. Will it catch anyone? No, not just it. Now, like in a very front position, where is his team? I think they're all waiting to for the Chronosphere to pop there. We go this Tornado and the Stonegaze comes in, the Silence comes in as well, 2-man Chronosphere, but DKMJ unable to actually get to any of those two heroes. There's not like in the front lanes, gets chopped down there, but does have Aegis, so 2-man stun on the Raiden side there, and there we go. Lion's gonna get the first kill on his squad, getting that dominating streak, and now 300 is forced to actually back off. Xerxes able to actually get away in time. Where is the flame break? No, they don't see it actually. The arrow is actually gonna go past. And the Moonlight Shadow really saved the life of the other 4 heroes on 300 side.
I think the engage was a display of how Team Easy wanted the fight to be, with like the Bristleback tanking and spamming the Cryo Spray, the Bat Rider pulling someone, and the Stonegaze being proc. And that's why you see the Faceless Void was just standing down there even though he popped his ulti. Well, the Silencer popped the ulti, and they render to uselessness, and they actually managed to take down, like get that team fight and defended the Rex. And we can see stuff like being complacent and tries to take down the middle tier tower, but probably now just gonna be taken down again.
Yeah, I kind of felt that they should back off immediately as they can. Now OASIS is gonna get caught up for staying a bit too long as well. Multiple ice walls and ice caps gonna just keep him in place. And the pings are real coming out. Looks like Shadow's not gonna get caught out by the taunt as well. Xerxes very on point with his pings today. And that's a easy here there. Z going to actually get the kill. The buyback from Bat Rider and defend. But I think it might be at least Rex. Even Medusa's got back. He blinked forward and also the slap on X here. What can they do? Medusa does have Stonegaze. We'll probably use it in a bit. But a bit too late. Does get turned into a little pig here. Void actually gets Stonegaze up. Will he be able to hold his own? That's really what we've seen there. Lots of damage going on Ace here, but backtrack the silence a bit too late as well. And this will probably be mid-Rex, maybe even thrown. No more buybacks on Team Easy.
I thought why they lost their engages was because the Bristleback wasn't there to tank the damage, where Medusa was there to tank all the damage. But now you could see a change in event, and they defended their Rex as well as they taking down 2-3 heroes even, and it's a full team wipe for them.
That's a good, that was a good counter engagement. However, now the Rex is left open. I kind of felt that they could have used more communication in the previous team fight rather than, and maybe not even take those team fights until the full team strength of Team Easy is up. Also, top lane just pushing right now very casually. 2 catapults just throwing the rocks at the top tier 2 tower. Chipping it down, and mid lane also they're going to try to take this tier 1 tower. That's going to give them going to give 300 a free fort. So they may use it to save their tier 2 top tower.
天辉中塔正受到攻击。
And late in this game, I think all these towers, it will be easy to take down like one team fight, and you counter and you can take all these towers down. And all these towers are actually money backs for the team Easy right now. And with that boost in goal, I think it will help them a little. But as we see in the goal graph, actually it's still leading by like, yeah, by way more in a favor of 300.
It's not gonna be good because 300, you know, they have already tanky heroes. Shadows of Wings Forward actually progresses. Looks this out, but when is the damage? He's so tanky right now. The TPs are real. 3 TPs coming in, but Xerxes gets taken out before that. Long range on them, picking up 2 heroes. Then the second gate comes in, and this is gonna be turnaround time. Invoker able to get away with his Ice Walk, Ghost Walk.
And I think for the Lion, he should actually cast the hex on the X first instead of the stun, where because his stun uses more mana and well the hex is not, and hex will render the X to zero armor and things like this, so it will be easier for them to take down the X actually. But yeah, it was a good engage from Team Easy, a good caught up, and well they defended against 300 as well.
What I think, you know, Team Easy probably should do right now is to try to get as many pickups like they did with the X here just now. However, 300, they do need to step up their game. They do need to quickly get to the racks in mid lane, as you know, if not, this Medusa is going to get big. She does have Manta style, she does have Ioscadi, so her next big item, what is it going to be?
He may look for a butterfly in counter towards the Faceless Void, but I don't know, maybe going something well tankier. Well, for me, I will probably go for a hex. I think a hex is maybe more useful in this game.
We'll see. You know that the Invoker's Strum is a bit working against him, because he needs to be casting those spells rather than to right click his rather than to output right click damage.
Yes, and yeah, like I say, Invoker should. I think it will be very beneficial for him to get his Orchid in the early game. Then he could actually silence either one of Team Easy and well bring this game like closer, like in a better advantage towards their team. And we see the pause coming out from here and the Lion DC. Maybe he has been playing with the lag all along.
Just a quick look at the various items that we have. I think we're just gonna wait. Looks like the teams are gonna just take this pause and do some walking around, stretch the legs. Both teams have been here for quite a while already. I think we all have been, and I believe you also need to go off soon. So back to the game itself. Both teams probably gonna have the last fight in the day, and then I think that's gonna be the deciding team fight, you know, in terms of
And as you can see, Bad Rider has actually picked up a hex. So yeah, it will be quite good for Team Easy as they can hex either the Invoker or the X. Well, Star of Light has the Black King Bar ready, but from the bottom team fight engages, the Black King Bar was but they couldn't do anything to it. Like they couldn't find any more extra kills, so I thought that was a waste of Black King Bar. And 300 is taking their time slow with the Forge Spirit, slowly taking down the Rex, the range Rex, and yeah, they just take their time easy. I like it how they play. They don't commit much into it, and they took down the range Rex.
That's right. 300 in clear dominance of the map right now. Easy is just stuck in the base. They are not too sure what to do, or they are not too sure what can they do actually. They do have to wait. They do have, everyone does have their ultimates up, so they can try to defend or at least try to go aggressive. But it's going to be very difficult for them because they don't have a vision of what the enemy team is going to do. And you know, I think 300 has pretty much thought this through, they've also probably seen the way that Team Easy has played before, and like you said, they banned out one of the cores for Team Easy, and it's just paying off for them right now. Just a quick look at the net worth of everyone. Faceless Void with the highest number of net worth, with 20k points behind him, and the Invoker falling behind, so Maelstrom doing some work there in allowing him to farm. But this Lion's not doing too well, unable to get any farm at all.
And we can see Medusa picked up the Eagle Song just like he was going for the butterfly, but I'm not too sure whether the Eagle Song was a good choice. I thought he might go for the Talisman of Evasion, which will help him better and is cheaper, and maybe save up for the buyback, because buyback in this stage of the game it will be good. And well, we can see Medusa pop the Stone Gate just before he out-hit, and it neutralized against the Chronosphere. This team fight is going in the advantage of Team Easy, and yeah, they survived and took down the Jakiro. As we can see, X is dead too, and Mr. Pack is on the heels of Faceless Void. Oh, and that's a good kill by Bat Rider, stopping the TP as well.
And that's going to be a 4th kill as well, as Frosty had limbs forward, unable to find the stunner, with the Batman's going to go down. Unable to turn anywhere, and that's almost team wipe as Invoker TP'd away to the bot lane, or maybe even ran all the way to bot lane to try and just defend that bot tower. So I think this is what we previously saw. Teams were kind of stagnant, were a bit unable to do anything until Medusa got really huge here. She's still not that big, but she got the correct items up very quickly, and now her team is also helping her. Starlight has gotten that's a huge help. Starlight did get the Crimson Dust and enabling her to stay alive faster, alive for a bit longer time. Tornado and casual EMP coming in, but unable to. Team Easy will be able to get this very easy Aegis.
I thought the previous team fight was very crucial towards Team Easy, as they won it and they can get the Aegis now, and with additional HP and health, well, I think this could spell trouble for 300, as they are still defending their racks and trading fighting team fights. They are not losing. Team Easy is not going down.
And Shadow of Snow actually catches Xerxes here, but Blink, but that's a very fast thing as well. The arrow is letting go and no jukes away, but Xerxes ace pops his ulti here a bit too late, but still manages to get away in time. The ice ball comes out, but there's no follow-up at all. And Team Easy gonna just back off. Their fights very carefully right now, because if they lose Medusa, there's gonna be off goal, and also you just want Medusa to be around for you to do. She's the main damage dealer of your team for the moment.
Well, and we shouldn't neglect the Bristleback as well, because with Bristleback stacks and the War Path, Bristleback could actually turn into a carry with great DPS. Like now, Bristleback has actually 200 per attack, 200 damage per attack, and Bristleback is a very tanky hero along with the Cold Spray. So yeah, we shall see more.
Easy defense here right now, guys. Xerxes looking to bring forward, and DKMJ also does have to almost everyone's ulti is up, but I kind of feel that both teams will be waiting for what 300 should do is to try to push the advantage when they use Sansa's ultimate already.
I think Faceless Void Chrono is very important to 300. If he could just catch the Lion and the Silencer in it, and just take down the Silencer before the Silencer can proc the ulti, I think it will be very good for 300. But it looks like Silencer is positioned himself well enough so that he won't be caught out.
I think what's wrong was that the the stone gaze takes almost little to almost no time to cast, and every time Ace manages to get the stone gaze off before the chronosphere actually happens, actually is casted. So DKMJ always finds himself stone turned into stone and unable to, right click damage, which is what you want to avoid to do.
And from Mirana itself, I think Mirana usually when people play Mirana, they can throw them off lane or even as a support, and you'll transition into a good carry. But in this case, we don't see Mirana doing much except for the stun and the Moonlight Shadow. If Mirana could just like have some damage output, I think it would be good for 300 as Faceless Void don't have to be on the front line. Mirana just have to pick on the tower, slowly hitting it. Yeah, that would be good.
Ace gets hit by the arrow there, will get encased in the ice path, but no following back up. I mean, both teams just being very careful. DKMJ is still farming down bot lane.
And the Medusa, he has picked up a butterfly, which is another core item for him. I wonder what he will go next. Although he died many times and things like this, but well, he's farmed up. He got his butterfly, his EOS and Manta, and he's defending.
Yes, that's right, very fierce. This game is going on for pretty long. It's 50 minutes in. Both teams still not keen to go on each other. I think everyone's just waiting for Roshan to be up. So this is the third Roshan, so that will be Cheese. And the Cheese will probably change the gameplay unless I mean if 300 gets the Aegis and the Cheese this time around, they will be able to probably kill the Medusa. They were unable to kill off the Medusa quickly enough in the previous team fights. So as you can see in the team net worth graph, it's slowly going towards the Team Easy's favor. Gold graph also the same story, and I believe the EXP graph actually dips past the 0 mark to actually go in favor of Team Easy here, and that's a very quick pick.
Well, I thought that was a pretty good picked off from the Bad Rider, but they couldn't secure the kill. And at middle we could see the Medusa fighting them, but Medusa still has the Aegis of Immortal.
She doesn't have enough mana, so that's a Aegis pop there. And so the Frosty has actually blocking the arrow. Ace is going to just try to right click as many heroes as he can at the moment. Walks in the ice path, so ice wall. 5 heroes now backed up on 300. Things are going to change right now. Shadow of Snow going to get a pick off there. Chop down. The arrow actually catches him out, and
at the mid lane we could see Jakiro being called out, and it might spell trouble for the Invoker as well. And now with the turn in tide, Easy is actually pushing and might get down the Rex if the Faceless Void or the Jakiro doesn't buy back.
I mean there is buybacks available for everyone right now. So we will see, you would want the Faceless Void and his Chronosphere to come in. Tornado and Shadow again catches up, so it's very important hero there. A misses that stun there, and the Stone Gaze comes in as well. He's just manning up and going in. Xerxes is go down the instant buyback there, and be an actuary just gonna get caught up, thrown up in the air. And this is over, they have had 2 buybacks. Starflight is still going strong, half health left. We'll see DKMJ wants to help, doesn't have the Chronosphere just yet. Starflight, she's gonna go down, but it's really space created. The buybacks were real.
Yeah.
No one else. This is the team I think Easy has been looking for.
Yes, correct. And I think there was like a multiple buybacks on 300. Now with the Bristleback down, I wonder if Bristleback has buyback or is going to buyback. But well, with the Medusa defending, Medusa he played well just now. He opened a Stone Gaze and he walked all the way into the enemy's 3rd tier tower and just Stone Gazing like 3 to 4 heroes. that resulted in that win of team fight. Oh, and that catch by Bad Rider.
Roadster comes out, catches Ace as well, right at the edge there. Respect will buy back, and then Kimchi is getting Zux's the EMP Kimchi goes off as well, doesn't jump on the deck, guys, and gets picked up very quickly. The defense was pretty good, but that Bad Rider actually paid for that with his life. Will respawn in the next 90 seconds or so. And the Bad Rider has been fairly good this game, on point with his lassos, moving forwards, and manages to catch up many heroes. As many heroes, and also, at the start he was catching up the wrong heroes, couldn't catch up the X and all that, but once he started catching the X, it was very difficult for 300 to survive.
But 300 still took down the Rex, and well, one Rex down. It was a very difficult Rex, and at 55 minutes, it doesn't say a lot about, yeah. One Rex down at 55 minutes. It's like it's normal. It's alright. Team Easy could still take this down, but well, it was a good play by 300.
So you think that this game still can go either way?
Yeah, it depends on how they play, how they position, and how did the team fight goes, whether they caught out someone or not.
That's right. So things are coming out. Everyone's just trying to figure out what to do next. Everyone's probably just waiting for the next Roshan as well. But I would love to see Team Easy try to maybe get some boats of travel up, do some pushing as well, get the bot tier 2 tower, and just gain a bit more map control.
Well, okay, on X has 2 boots. He has a boots of travel and a tranquil boots. Probably I think like, well, X has 2 legs, so probably need 2 boots to walk.
The map is very quiet right now. Both teams just looking for an advantage. The scores are pretty close, 31 to 26. This is just the first of a best of 3, so hopefully the next 2 games, if it ever comes down to that, will be very quick as well. And
I think Team Z still has like much potential to win this game because of Invoker. Well, Invoker you could do well early, mid, and late game, but with Invoker with the cooldown, the invoke cooldown of 5 seconds, I think during the team fight he couldn't do much. So it would be good if Invoker could get Agahim. So yeah, the cooldown will be reduced and wouldn't cost mana, and it could do much better, such as Deafening Blast, which could disarm the Medusa and things like this.
I've seen some Invokers, I think it was back when just a patch or 2 back where Invokers still got some. We didn't see some huge team fight here. The Mirana out gets popped immediately. And the Chronosphere, there's a huge Chronosphere there, 4-man Chronosphere. But what can they actually do? There's not a lot of damage that the Void can do right now, but the Ace is just standing apart and just right-clicking them down. 3 heroes down right now. And that's a nice thing right there. That's a danger.
I think that's a very good stone gaze by Neo Ace. Well, just before the Chronos pop, he stone gazed and well, they just stood down there, not hitting any. Well, that's a good play. It could turn in 300's favor. He's giving me the smirk now, Well, he's confident about himself. I think this could be good for Team Easy considering they have a bad start in the early game.
Right, let's catch up with Mirana there, but on mid lane, the barrel down, they're barreling down mid lane, and it's gonna be very easy to probably get, excuse the puns again.
Well, Lion feels like an arrow magnet for a sudden.
It's okay, it's a support. Sometimes I eat arrows as well. Like every time.
威建筑全面加固，
Shoot arrow, hit arrow.
天辉中路
There's
森林
no more
正受到
buyback
攻击，
on team 300. And this is going to be very dangerous. Netman's going to get caught out here as well. It's basically Jack Hero left on his own to defend. I don't think he can do much, because if he gets caught out by a Shadow Snow, that's pretty much it.
天
His
辉上
A
塔正受到
did
攻击，
did a 180 turn around.
天辉上
Good
塔
comeback
被
there by
摧毁
Team Easy. Ace managed to get his farm there. And
天辉上路
the
兵营
supports,
已被摧毁，
like I mentioned, X kind of tapers out of the doesn't do as much impact, doesn't have as much impact after a certain amount of time.
Well, as you can see, Ace just took down the top and middle racks. Well, this is now in favor of Easy. They have played a very good game so far, from losing in the early game to transitioning to late game. They have found a good trade-offs and things like this and defended well. I think maybe the loss for Radiant at the current state is maybe the Invoker on that Maelstrom. Yeah, if he could really get the Orchid and really silence the Medusa, silence the Silencer, well, they could have actually gotten much more teamfight advantage in their favor.
So we're just gonna keep going on and on about the Invoker. I'm not getting the right item.
Yeah, I think in competitive Dota, every item choice is it's important.
Right, so you guys had it over here. Item choices. No throw the game. So Arrow's gonna shoot forward. No one's gonna see anything. But Xerxes now, Shadow is actually gonna shoot off the Firefly. They get turned up in the air. Medusa gets turned into a pick. Z actually gets away in time, but oh, the disarm there. Everyone's actually busy on 300 right now, and the Lasso still goes off. But the heroes and everyone's on in a very bad position here. DKMG gets
天辉上路兵营被
Oh, that.
the slow Ace comes in, and then Ace actually just walks into the corner field. Very, very nice play there. Frosty Heart's able to get pick up that off and that's meant that they're going to go down the buyback. Buyback from Business Void. They're going to try to get the
天
top
辉下
farm.
已被摧毁，
But I think that's pretty much it. The Rex is down for mid and top lane. And that's going to be the throne exposed in a matter of seconds as well.
Well, I thought that was a very good play from Lion. He managed to blink out of the Chrono just before Chrono was proc and, well, turn Faceless Void into a critter. Well, the GG is called and we'll see Radiant falling down. That's a good play by Easy and it is a very good game.
已被摧
Well
毁，
played both teams.
That's right, so this game is, we're going to go on to game 2 very shortly. Once again, this is happening live at the OASIS Cafe at PoMo right now in Singapore. So if you guys are around on the Twitch stream, just come down and give us your support.